third aspect of conscious faculty is purposeful activity. Now, according to the scientists, material scientists, purposeful activity, there's no such thing. It's just the body acting mechanically. But in fact, research shows, neurophysiology shows, that before the subject acts, there's an orientation of the electrical charges in the brain. In other words, there is a deliberate deliberate setting up of a brain state which fires off particular neurons, and then that organizes particular muscles. So again, we see that there's an intention which precedes the activity, the physical activity. Eccles and Popper, Sir John Eccles and Sir Karl Popper, they worked together to put forward a model which they called dualist interactionism. And they said that the conscious self is a non-physical entity which interacts with the body through the brain. So Popper says we have to recognize that we're spiritual beings with souls existing in a spiritual world, as well as material beings with bodies and brains existing in a material world. Now we come to research, prosthetic research, where they've put electrodes in the brain, in a particular area of the brain. And for example, you have quadriplegics who are totally paralyzed. So they can learn to turn lights on and off. They can learn to switch TV sets on and off, to change the channels. They can learn to switch their computer on. They can learn actually to answer their emails just by intending to. So it seems, and similarly monkeys, they can learn to feed themselves. Also they have electrodes implanted in the brain, and the electrodes attached to a mechanical arm. They can learn to feed themselves by means of this mechanical arm, and they can learn how to play. They can learn to play computer games, all by simply intending to do these things. So here, the latest research is actually a model of how the intention of the self interacts with the body through the brain. They've made a very good model. And one person writing about this, he says, it looks like telekinesis. And actually, if we think about it, to move the body, that is telekinesis. We have an intention, and through that intention we move the body. We're actually changing things in the physical world. So Arthur Young, who's an enterprising scientist and inventor, he invented the Bell helicopter. He writes, the earlier concept of the universe made up of physical particles interacting according to fixed laws is no longer tenable. It's implicit in modern findings that action rather than matter is basic.